There's been bad, but at least 2 tornadoes were moving through Little Rock, Arkansas earlier today, and that's led to hundreds of injuries. We've just learned that some of the patients are actually in critical condition.
I know. When you see some of the images, you had to know this was devastating. This tornado is part of a major severe weather outbreak across the Midwest. It's closely related to the windy weather we're feeling here in Colorado. Meteorologist Chris Bianchi is here to explain how they're all connected.
Yeah, Kim and Tom, there's always some connection, isn't there, between some of that weather? And Kathy was just talking about this a second ago. There's a pressure gradient. I'm going to explain all this for you. But meantime, this is a look at HD Doppler radar at all the tornado watches we're seeing here, stretching from southern Wisconsin all the way down into East Texas. Huge swath of real estate, tens of millions of people under these tornado watches. And we've seen several tornadoes we were just talking about touch down. Now, the strong area low pressure that is causing this is centered over somewhere in western Missouri, right? And this is, again, a strong area low pressure leading to all this severe weather that we're seeing here across the Midwest. And you counter that with what Kathy was just talking about a couple minutes ago. Strong area high pressure, that's going to eventually give us a very nice weekend here in Colorado. That strong area high pressure centered over California. But in between, that's where Colorado is right now. And this is in the heart of what we call a pressure gradient. Now, little weather 101 for you. Air flows from high to low pressure. And as a result of that, that means we're getting those winds going right over Colorado. And again, you got a strong area high pressure over here, strong area low pressure over this way. And as a result of that, Colorado in between, all that air flowing right over us. And the result, these really strong winds that we're seeing right now, 90-mile-an-hour wind gusts for us at Rocky Flats and several 70-plus-mile-an-hour winds for us here along the Front Range. And I probably don't have to tell you that it's been a really windy stretch. And this is, again, being caused in part by what we're seeing out in the Midwest.
Yeah, certainly, you talk about the fire. That danger certainly is the worst of all of it. But just driving along the highway today and seeing all the trash, the debris, the dust, and the dirt here, I looked out there and I said, man, there's so much trash. There must be some sort of pressure gradient. And I was right.
You were right.
Yeah, I nailed that one. Yeah.
Tom, you could fill in. You could do this right here.
Well, there's too much pressure in that gradient for me.
There is too much pressure for him.
Thank you,
He's
Chris.
not ready for prime time.
Thanks for teaching us.
Thanks, Chris.